Hello guys, this is Al from Open Source Channel. Welcome again to episode on how to. Right, today we're going to talk about open source applications, as I promised from one of my latest videos, the XP Pen Artist Pro pen display. I said I was going to do a video with all the applications that I use, and also I'm going to add some extra application that I do not use but they are free to use. So without any delay, let's go and let's start it. Right, so let me bring up a list that I just compiled in a notepad. Here we go. We got some general paint photo manipulation application. We got 3 of them. We got Photoshop kinda alternative. We got Premiere Pro alternatives. We got 3 of those. We got Lightroom alternatives, Illustrator, InDesign, and some other free-to-use web app such as Figma and Blender 3D for 3D applications. So we're going to have a look a little bit all of them. So we'll start from the top, and this is a paint photo manipulation Krita, mainly for paint. And as I said before, they're all free. The address for Krita is krita.org. There we go. We go into the actual website. It works on Ubuntu, I think CentOS as well, mainly a lot of Linux OS. We got Windows and also Mac. So yeah, you're covered nearly all the platforms. As I said, it's free, and all you got to do, you go to krita.org, press download, and here is all the information you need and all the installation files. Right, so you also find old downloads if you need an older version, for example. I'm not going to show you how to install as they are really easy to install, to be honest with you. So the next one is Medibank Paint Pro, and I'm going to copy. Go and search here. Here we go. We got Medibank Pro. This is also open source and free. It's a fantastic piece of software, to be honest. And this one is for PC, Windows, and Mac. You also have an iPad and Android and iPhone version. Now, I don't think there is a version for Linux on this particular program, but again, this is free, and you know, there's not much to say. This is mainly for artists who loves to draw. So yes, medibankpaint.com, just come over, and I think when you come over, the first thing is going to happen is going to be in Japanese. So all you got to do is change your language and download your version just by clicking download. There we go. We got all the different type of versions. Okay, we also got jump paint if you want to try that one as well. That is also free. Now next one, we got sketchbook.com. This is free for educators and students, even though I must be honest with you, a lot of people downloaded it for free. It is free to use. As you can see, Sketchbook goes free. It's an absolute beautiful piece of software, easy to draw, and you can do a lot of things. Again, this is aimed mainly for artists. Right, so the next one is going to be GIMP. This is the alternative for Photoshop. This is again also free and open source. GIMP or GIMP.org. And the latest version is 2.10.18. Simple, just come to the website, click download, and you can download your version. It comes for Linux, OS X, and Microsoft Windows. There are multiple languages available as well if you need that as well. So again, let's go to Premiere. Now the first one is not a open source as per se, but DaVinci Resolve also comes free. There are multiple versions. The one I'm talking about is the free version, is DaVinci Resolve 16. This one version is free, and also there is a studio version, and that is a paid version. But the actual editing is completely free, and it also comes with many other free plugins, I think. This also comes as Mac OS X, Windows, and Linux. Some people have problem with some type of graphic card, so before you download it, make sure that your graphic card is is supported. But apart from that, this is a fantastic software. This is what I'm using lately, and hopefully I can do a tutorial on this one in the in the coming months. So the next one is Film Express. I never used this one personally, but I have heard that it's pretty good and quite fast if you get if you have a kind of oldish computer, and it's been used millions of times. As you can see here, over 5 million creators worldwide, and again it's easy to use. And I think this one also comes for Linux. I'm not sure if this is one or is the next one here. This is what we got here. Download Express. Let's see if it gives me. Of course, you don't need this one here. You just pay what you want, but again, it's up to you if you want to use it. But otherwise, yeah, it is a free product. Now let's go to the next one, and this one I have to write the entire URL. Natron, I think, is pronounced, or Natron. This is kind of a VFX, kind of a After Effects Premiere. It's it's a mix of the two. I think a lot of people use it. There is Windows, Mac OS, Linux, FreeBSD sample projects included, and it looks good. The graphics really looks good. There are many trailers you can find on YouTube where you can actually have a look. And again, it's open source, free to use, and it's a good alternative if you want to use compositors, visual effects, and motion graphics. Again, before I do the next one, Lightroom, I'm going to go for Blender. Now, Blender is also a free open source 3D application, and it's one of the most used for 3D artists. Now, this is a good software, and it's been on the Mac for a long time. It's free, as I said, and again, guys, when you get Blender, it is even though it's free, it's a perfect workhouse, fantastic piece of software. So yes, and to be honest with you, I installed this once on i3, and I had no issue whatsoever to use it. It was fast, and it didn't really need a lot of RAM. I think I was on an i3 3 gig RAM, and it was working perfectly. So again, let's go to the next one. Next one is going to be Lightroom alternatives, and this is the Rappi, also free and open source. Rappi or Rappi is, I don't know how to really pronounce it, Road Therapy, and it's on Linux, Windows, Mac OS, and again, extremely good, fast, cross-platform, and it's free. And as you can see here, you can just go to download, and you can download your version that you really want. Of course, you got also the previous releases, just in case it does work the latest. Again, this one, without going, let's go back here. You do find documentations where you can actually, have a look before you actually download. Now I can guarantee you, even though those are free and open source, they are quite good. You know, they're not. Perhaps a lot of people say they're not as good as, but hey, at the end of the day, guys, this is free. So now, without any delay, let's go back to the list, and we're going to open the new one, Darktable. This is another alternative, and open source. Darktable.org. And again, here you can find all the information you need to get started with Darktable. And you go to install. It shows you how to install it, where you can install it: Windows, FreeBSD, Ubuntu, Fedora. Yes, you can install loads of different type of OS. And again, you can also install on Mac OS. All right. Next one, we're going to go to Illustrator alternative. I'm going to copy that. That is inkscape.org. We got this good application where you can actually have an alternative just in case you don't want to pay for the Adobe Creative Cloud. It can get quite expensive. So yeah, a lot of people try and like to have a free option if they can. So no difference of the others. You just come to the website, you click download, and you go to the current version, and you download the version for Mac OS X and Windows. Now I heard, but I couldn't find it. I did come earlier on the website. There is a version for Linux, but I couldn't really find it. But definitely there is a version for Windows and Mac OS X. Personal package archive for Ubuntu, but I don't know if it works for every type of Linux like the other one I showed you earlier on. Again, we go to the next one, and that is InDesign alternative, and that is Scribus, and that is the open source desktop publishing Scribus, Scribus.net. Now, I never used this program before, but again, this is an alternative for desktop publishing, and you can come to the Scribus.net website and have a look around and see if this program is for you. Again, I believe that works also for Windows and Mac OS. Let's go back here. Now, another program that I use, again, there is a version that you can actually download on your PC or Mac OS X. There's Figma and Figma.com design. There we go. Cancel this one now. Here you can find more information. It's free. It comes as a web app, but it's also, you can actually download the app on your Mac OS X, or you can actually download it for the Windows. All right, so again, guys, I think we got everything on the list here. I hope that you liked this small alternative kind of application you can use. And if you have a new different type of apps you like and you use that are open source, please just leave the comment below so other users, they can see, other followers, and perhaps I can have a look at myself. I might talk about it in the future. Again, thanks again, guys, and I hope to enjoy this little video, and I'll see you next time.